All right, everyone, I just wanted to share with you this creative process in making this card. It was inspired by the SEI Fair Day um, double-sided die-cut glitter accents, fun and games. And you can just kind of see me rifling through here to see what works and what doesn't. I do not have a plan ahead of time, but I did pull out this TPC Studio stamp set that kind of went along with the SEI collection. It didn't come together, but I happened to see it one day when I think I was at TJ Maxx, and it just fit so perfectly with this. So I'm just kind of running through here looking at the different borders. I want to do some sort of cinnamon on a border at the bottom of this Ferris wheel. I played around with the idea of using the swings, but I like the Ferris wheel the best. These papers are, this chevron is the Bella Boulevard Sunshine and Happiness collection. On the back there's actually clouds, so the paper's called Happy Clouds. And then this other one is, let me see, this is from the SEI collection as well. It's from the Faraday 12 by 12 pad. And then you'll see me later, I'm going to use some general admission die cut sheets from the SEI Faraday collection as well, which you can see them right there. I just disappeared for a minute to cut the pieces, and I just cut each of the patterned pieces to be slightly smaller, the chevron to be slightly smaller than the card base, and then the other pattern to be slightly smaller than the chevron. I'm using this stamp set here, and I'm going to take the one that says enjoy the ride, and I'm kind of fussing with my little sheet here. I like to keep them all together, and it drives me crazy when it falls apart. But I'm using that enjoy the ride. It says the enjoy the ride of your life. There we go. So I'm just going to put that on there so you can see it. And I'm going to use my Stamp-A-Majig from Stamp It Up to do the placement because I don't want the stamps actually stamped the way it is. I'm going to just ink up part of it, stamp it, and then ink up the other part and then stamp it. And I'm using Stays On in, let's see, what color is this? Stays On in Timber Brown, I think is what it is. Actually, I go back and I use Memento Tuxedo Black instead. First I was going to use Stays On, but I decided not to. And I'm just going to, and you'll see me here, I'm using a baby wipe to get off the parts that I don't want to stamp. I just want it to say enjoy the ride. There we go. And this initially is just supposed to be a card, just a general card to give to somebody, but I think my husband's actually going to give it to one of his coworkers who just had a baby. I'm just filling in the E on ride. It didn't stamp exactly, so I use my zig writer there. Kind of looking to see what next I want to do. I'm going to use this piece of paper, and I'm going to, this is from the Faraday 12 by 12 pad as well. I'm going to cut little strips and use them as borders at the bottom. And I cut it so it's a vertical striped paper, but I cut it so the stripes are, sorry, it's a horizontal stripe, and I cut them to where they're vertical. And this is a general admission die cut sheet. I'm just using one of these little tickets, and I'm trimming off the edge so you don't see all the little nubby things that hang off. Didn't know where I wanted it, but I knew I wanted it on there somewhere. Alright, my mom actually got me all these little brads, and sorry it's off camera, but they're just a bag full of black and white brads, and I believe she said they were less than $1 for this whole bag. She got me like 4 or 5 different bags of different colors and things. I'm just using this, it's a Stamp It Up, I believe it's called the paper piercer, but I'm just using it to punch a hole in the middle of this. I didn't want to glue down the Ferris wheel completely. I wanted it to have a little bit of dimension. So on the actual card, not all the little, it's not glued down completely. I should just say that. And on these die cuts, I don't know if you noticed whenever I was flipping through them, on one side it has glitter accents, and on the other side it's a different color, but it doesn't have the glitter, so you can pick whichever side you want. I use the glitter side on both of these, but you have a little bit more possibility if you do another thing. So I'm just using some Tombow Mono Multi Liquid Glue to glue down my little ends here. Trying to do this video while Kaylin is taking a nap and Ernest is watching basketball, so you may hear a little bit in the background. Right, and I just kind of created some borders with those little strips of paper that I cut. Just gluing this down flat. And that's how those will layer. I thought about it afterwards. I could have possibly put another sort of frame around that Enjoy the Ride, but it works the way it is. I'm just putting some glue dots here on the back of this Ferris wheel. And I'm just trying to get them to stick. I was having a little bit of difficulty with them, so I just picked a few different places around to actually stick down. And then I'm going to use just the glue runner on that ticket, and then I'm just using foam adhesive here. All right, and that's it. I hope you enjoy, and I hope I gave you some new ideas. Thank you.